Hey, this is Christopher Leba with the Fallen Doves from Hollywood, California. We're here to play you guys a few songs. This is one of our older singles called Paris. I like the smell of your clothes. Stand by the mirror alone. Oh, let me call you my own. I won't take too long to turn on. Make love from Paris to Rome. Room service, champagne and love. 'Cause when I get you alone, I won't take too long to turn on. Too many nights on the road. Drive through the city alone. 'Cause when I get you alone, it won't take too long to turn on. I want your sex, 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 sex. I want your sex, 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 sex. I want your sex, sex, sex. I want your love. Your body's where I belong. Just like when writing a song, there is no lyric that's wrong when it comes down to making love. Too many nights on the road, drive through the city alone. 'Cause when I get you at home, it won't take too long to turn on. I want your sex, 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 sex. I want your sex, 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 sex. I want your sex, 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 sex. I want your love. We've had a blast here. We've been having a good time and love the people. This is my second time up here, so I really, really enjoy the energy that you guys put into live music, and so that's kind of the feel that brings us out here more. I'm used to them. I'm used to them. I think it's their first time with them. What did you think about the people you were with last night?
I think they waited and then they loved it. I think they were kind of like, oh, what are we going to expect here? And they loved it.
I had the feeling that I was playing with my friends. Even if I've been just in Edinburgh for 2 days, while I was playing yesterday, I really had the feeling that, well, I'm playing just in front of some friend of mine, so I was very very comfortable, and the people are very welcome, and I'm very happy to that I'm doing this experience over here.
Yeah, it was a nice surprise too, because we had a young man that we met in Preston when we played down there. He actually came up to see us, his brother's girlfriend. So it was nice to see him again.
It's not the craziness is the bonus. You see, so I think
Mhm.
in general, I think for us coming here to the UK to play in general in a consensus, I think people just do things that really, up in LA, it's hard to get friends that live 10 minutes away to come to the show. So, yesterday, like the boys were saying, we had somebody that came from Preston in a train, dragged four friends out. We had a little couple that saw us at the Hard Rock in London, and they came out. And there was one other person that came from another part. And so to get people who come out there and the type of devotion to music, I wouldn't even say to the band, and just live entertainment, I think that just overall creates a really great aura. And I think for us as performers, really we want to give them the same amount of love and respect that they give to us. And like Stefano says, you almost, I think we're still in a space in our music where we're able to bond and spend time with people. So it's not like, they're down there and we're out there and we can't
Exactly.
really talk to people. So that's what I like about Scotland.
It's just a total feel difference that people appreciate music. You go to the States and play, and chances are you're playing to a cell phone crowd. You're not really paying attention. They're checking their mail, they're whatever they're doing, chatting, texting, taking selfies. So there's not as much of a respect as you get when you come over here. So we appreciate that.
I think, on my end, I don't know about the gents, but on my end, every situation comes with a challenge. And so what we were able to create for you has been um, a series of situations that we've been in the past in different situations. So we learn how to create magic out of nothing. We've had tours where we show up, and our first tours out here, and there was no drum kit, and so Greg and I literally just grabbed a suitcase that they had hanging in the wall, cut a hole in it, and created a drum kit out of that with a boom stand, created a cymbal stand. So it's about really just getting the song out there, but I think it's also important to be able to do a good job and look and sound good too. You don't want something that sounds kind of buckety. I love what you guys did for us today. I enjoyed the willingness of you guys just to let us feel comfortable to try what we wanted to do. What did you guys have any challenges or anything like that you guys felt?
But
Everything was awesome. You guys are great.
yes, and it's always fun to put yourself in a, yeah, not challenge, because when it's about music, it is never a real challenge. It's something that you are happy to do, and is creativity, is connection. Um there's no competition on or anything. It's just sounds and what's come out from every person that wants to share something. So it is always nice to play, and it's always beautiful when someone asks you to play. Like it's always an honor, and yeah.
He's saying he had a good time. We're the Fallen Those from Hollywood, California. This is Shotgun. taking drugs in a record store. You get me high, so high, feeling high, like a drunk in a liquor store. You left me there to die, there to die. Threw me out with your dirty clothes to never come on back, never come back. Here she comes to the front door. She's got a shotgun pointed right at me. Here she comes to the front door. She's got a shotgun pointed right at me. See the blood through the corridor. I wanna run and hide, but I can't leave. Yesterday we woke up in love, and now I wanna die. I wanna be free. See the anger flow through your soul. I wanna try to flee. Here she comes to the front door. She's got a shotgun pointed right at me. Here she comes to the front door. She's got a shotgun pointed right at me. Scar my soul and burn my heart. You kick me in the face, no way out. Cut my lips and let me bleed. It's after all the whole wide world is sick. Here she comes to the front door. It's got a shotgun pointed right at me. Here she comes to the front door. It's got a shotgun pointed right at me. Here she comes to the front door. It's got a shotgun pointed right at me. Here she comes to the front door. It's got a shotgun pointed right at me. When I came out here to put the band together back in, I wanted to do something a little bit different. You grow up with these different records, and these gentlemen all have their own collection of music. I personally have, I'm into writers, I'm into lyricists, and so I feel there's been a big shift from the 60s. We had a lot of great American songwriters like Bob Dylan and Neil Young and a couple other people that came and went, right? I feel like we lost a lot of great songwriters, but we gained them here in England. So growing up in the 90s, I think, you got, your ears are going towards more bands like The Verve, Oasis, Happy Monday, Stone Roses. You got Echo and the Bunnymen. Of course, some of those bands are a little bit darker, but I was always just very passionate about them, but never been able to exemplify that art, because you're doing that in the States. It doesn't make sense because they're all into punk rock and hard rock and ska and reggae. So we were always the odd bird out. So coming out here to England to put a band together, or the music together, or the concept, helped shape it. And it's been a gradual growth, all the way out till you can claim certain things, So, I mean, I'm not from here, but I've loved the music here, and I'm very passionate about the country here, So yeah. So Love at First Bite is like a compilation of our singles that all of these gentlemen have been a part of. The beauty about this lineup of the band, this is the original lineup that's toured over the years or has been in different situations. So I thought, with that compilation coming out, I think it was the best rendition to those songs to have the original members that worked on these songs and bring them out here to give those songs justice as they needed to be exemplified. So it's been awesome, and that compilation's only here in Europe. Yeah, so I did pre-production at there's this place called the Sefton Park Hotel, and during the pandemic, they allowed me to stay in there, and there was nobody staying in there. So they allowed me to record and just make demos at all hours of the night. Did some stuff at the Hard Day's Night Hotel as well. They let me use the penthouse because they had a grand piano up there just to record. All the stuff's on Instagram. You guys can see all the weird adventures we get into. Motor Studios has had a lot of legends like Arctic Monkeys, Oasis, and a bunch of really cool songwriters. Allowed us to do the final production. Then went to Abbey Road to work on the final thing. But it was, again, kind of like when I started working on the first album, Without These Gentlemen, just getting the concept going. And it just turned out into something that was just supposed to be for fun. Turned into like a whole full-scale album that ended up being produced and recorded there. But it's not out yet, maybe in the fall this year. We've been waiting because of the pandemic when to release it. But it's titled Liverpool. I think at this point, I'm trying to see how many engagements we can all commit to being able to come together to. In general, on my end, is just making sure that the message, the music goes out as far as it can in the best presentation of it. For me, this is the best presentation of it. But, sometimes one of the gentlemen may be on another session or everybody does different work. Greg plays with other bands in San Diego. Sometimes he can travel. He works in a lot of other session stuff in L.A. This gentleman's also a producer. So that's what happens as you get older. Everybody has a lot of commitments, but we're going to try to do as many surprises as we can around the planet. At least on my end. What do you guys got going on?
Never coming back again. Just kidding. No, anytime we can get together and make it all just fall into place, I'm happy to do it, because it's fun. Hard to be away, but it's when you're here, the people make it so easy that it's just, it's effortless, it's just to travel and being around people. Everybody's so nice and so receptive. It's just enjoyable to be here. It's not a chore at all.
I would much rather play here than the States. Chris calls me and says a gig in Hollywood. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. The gig over here, awesome. Much better.
It's just been that way. I think from us coming here, and we're having a conversation with Stefan when we first came here to the UK, we found, first of all, we started in Manchester playing some shows, and the bands are so competitive. So I remember they see you suffering there. They don't even loan you an amp, We have to go borrow things everywhere and borrow snares and different drum pieces to be able to create the sound we needed. But now over time, now we have endorsements out here. Now we have friends. And the touring this time from the very first one, that's what was important for me for them to come here because they've put in the work and they've never been able to get the rewards, meaning, the nice rooms and good food and backline and people coming to the gigs, and proper venues. Because when we started, we were playing little acoustic-y places, but that's just how this works, and you just got to keep, chucking at it. We're the Fallen Doves. This is Be My Lover.
Saw your face last night in a magazine. She was sick and tired, she was 17. Everything was real, now everything is lost. It's always up to you, no wonder I feel lost. If I could choose, I'd choose each other. You would be my own.